Guys, we're here with Braunwyn Windham and Jen Spinner. Good to see you.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
First of all, these boots
Are made for walking.
are made for walking. I love them. Both of you. Wait, I didn't see. Okay, is it possible to get them up here? Look at this. Full CMA Fest, full country. Look at this.
We live in Nashville now.
Yeah.
We don't wear heels anymore. We
Yeah.
have embraced cowboy hats, cowboy boots.
Yeah.
One of us never wore heels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
All right, that's true. But
it was easy to give it up.
Okay, life in Nashville. Give me the scoop. How do you like it?
wide open spaces.
Yeah.
I love it. So we're out in Franklin, which
Yeah.
is very family friendly. Williamson County. We're building a beautiful home out there. Just coming from California where you're on top of your neighbors and coming here. Even when we showed up today, we ran into someone she went to sleepaway camp with. We saw Julie Williams, who we're good friends with.
We've said this. Nashville, it's the center of the universe right now.
It-
There's people from everywhere coming in.
Huge city, small town.
Good way of putting it. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
we love it. Everywhere we go, we've made amazing friends. The queer community is been so embracing to us. I mean, the sober community has been amazing. So I feel like home here. What about you, baby?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, as a native New Yorker, was concerned about moving to the South for a lot of reasons. I do talk too fast for our neighbors, but
You gotta slow it down. just
but
a
I
little
can't
bit.
understand them either.
Okay, it's
so
a
it
shared,
works.
it's a mutual confusion.
Yeah, the road rage doesn't go over as well here, but we've really loved it.
Yeah.
I've connected with organizations like Franklin Pride and Inclusion Tennessee, and I will say that it is out of necessity, but the queer community here, we just take care of each other more than in other cities, and we just, we can let our dog out in our backyard and the kids too.
Yeah,
we can let the kids out in the
kids can be
backyard
out
too.
right.
Yeah.
So how have the kids adjusted? What's the vibe?
The little kids love it.
Uh-huh.
So they're at an amazing school. They've made great friends. They're having the best time. All of the older kids kind of came out one by one. Rowan is in New York now. Bella lives here with her fiance. They are able to work, go to school, and afford an apartment, which they couldn't do in California without any help.
One other big selling factor.
And then,
Bella likes it.
yeah, she loves it.
Yeah.
And then Jacob wants to go back to California as soon as he can.
Okay.
But I mean, Bella really loved it because she has a fiance and they're 24 and they can afford to live here.
They have a
Yeah.
financial planner.
Yeah.
Financial
Yeah.
planner.
They're doing better than us.
Okay, they are just thriving. Like, hey, can we get some advice over here or what?
Yeah.
Give me the scope of this new house you're building. I mean, it sounds like that's got to be a fun project.
It is.
Or is it a headache? I don't know.
No,
You
it's
kinda
not
looked
a
at me like,
headache.
I don't know. I'm
No,
not sure.
I mean, I'm sort of just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
It
It's like a lot of I've never built a house, or her parents were very generous
Sure.
and they actually made this happen, but she doesn't ever get anxious about anything, whereas I'm like, oh my gosh, like what if they put a stake wrong and the house falls down? Like I'm like trying to do research on the builder.
Yeah.
Like for me, there's more anxiety involved. She doesn't care. As
I'm
long
like,
as it
everything's
looks
going to be fine.
It's everything's going to be fine.
It's
They
gonna
know what
be
they're
pretty.
doing. Yeah.
I like blue, like whatever.
Yeah. Free spirit. I like that.
The kids are so.
They're so excited. They'll all have their own rooms finally. Huge backyard.
And they've never lived in a
beautiful.
house that was owned,
Yeah.
and so they're just excited about
Yeah.
having a house where they're going to be in high school in that house too.
Yeah.
And so I think that is probably the best part for me, is watching them feel like they're getting roots somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, obviously they've had beautiful homes all
Yeah,
over,
yeah.
Sean and Braunwyn, but this is the first one that's going to be like theirs forever. So
Yeah. Talk about celebrating Pride at CMA Fest specifically. You guys did an event recently, a few days ago, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we were just at the Concert for Love and Acceptance, which Ty Herndon and GLAAD started in 2015. And they've raised over $1.5 million for queer mental health and addiction recovery. And when they started this, almost all the performers were allies, and this year 90% of the people performing were part of the queer community.
Wow.
And we got to see a lesbian performer and a gay man get on stage and perform a song together. I'm like, that is mind-blowing. That we were in the heart of Broadway with two queer artists singing a love song, and everyone was having such a great time.
In
It was
Nashville
amazing.
country music, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think that a lot of people, for a lot of people, the fact that there are gay singers is not shocking, because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a very gay industry. But
No.
I think that it's been really great to see not just the queer community, but the general country community, which has not always been the most progressive community, really understand that queer people are not just relegated to gay bars and makeup artists.
Right.
They're also singers that they love and enjoy.
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
So I've seen a change in the way that people are thinking and talking about being queer. Even I was just at the Chevy stage and someone had a rainbow flag that they were like wearing, which I was jealous of. So yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on, and you guys are right in the heart of it and involved in moving that needle in Nashville and in country music. All right, Housewives of Nashville. When are we doing that show?
Right.
Hello.
I
is
don't
this
want to be on it,
Okay.
but
They need to have one. They definitely need to
Can
have
you
a
make
Real
a call?
Housewives.
Has there been a conversation?
Yes, there has been a
okay.
conversation. I think they even did casting, and then things started to kind of fall apart. So it's been on their radar for a while.
Okay.
I don't know where it stands now, but we didn't just come up with this.
We
you and
did,
me.
no, I'm shocked to hear
If
it
any
because I
city-
fancied myself a genius, and I thought that was just brilliant.
And if any city deserves a Housewives franchise,
Yeah. So would you want to be a part of that?
No.
No, neither of you.
I would be like a house husband that I don't know that anyone would want to see on TV.
I just
It's a twist.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's
You would
your
be
weird husband-wife.
yeah.
I honestly just think this would be perfect for that show.
It would.
It just really would be.
It would lead itself. The homes, the clothing, the lifestyle.
I think
Yeah.
you meant
here.
us, babe.
No, I meant the
us?
two of you, and so
Oh.
I agreed. I was hoping right then you were saying it would be before the two of you. Yeah.
Oh, you would be a nightmare because
Yeah.
you hate being on camera. Even today, she didn't know this was filmed.
Okay.
And then what did you
Well-
say outside?
Well, I wouldn't have worn an American flag vest.
Yeah,
Probably
you're
You
like,
look fantastic. What are you talking about? You look great. This is perfect. Country music.
Probably wouldn't have been my number one choice.
No, you look great.
But
When we do any red carpet events, she shows up like this. And she just looks pissed off until we're finally done. So if
it would just be a lot of bickering. Like, I feel like people would need to go to sleep directly after because they would just be exhausted. Yeah,
Well,
like,
everyone
a good
thinks-
reset. Yeah.
it would be too much.
even
Yeah.
just now we sat down and here. She's like, "Are you going to apologize to me?" And I'm like, "No." And now I'm like, "But you put me on the spot. We're about to do an interview." So of course now I have to say sorry.
So wait, what is the apology for?
What is the apology for? I was sold a false. So she would make dinner every night when we first got together because I don't cook or really do anything.
I didn't want to cook tonight because I stopped eating food.
And that's what this is about.
And I was gonna starve. I'm not on weight loss drugs, so I need food regularly.
Those on weight loss drugs, different story.
I'm on Ozempic now. I
Yeah.
don't want to cook
Don't
because
wanna-
I can't eat.
Right.
So,
like
feed
now
yourself.
I'm calorie deficient
Yeah.
because
I see. Can we just go back a second when you acted like you wouldn't be perfect for Real Housewives of Orange County, or I'm sorry, of Nashville, and that this is now we're living in an episode. I am part of an episode
Yeah,
right
I
now. This is the
mean-
pilot. Oh my
I
God,
guarantee
so
you
good.
my electrolytes are low
Okay,
due to how little
okay,
I have eaten.
So how's your Ozempic journey?
It's been amazing.
Yeah. Not for you. It's been great for you. We need support for the spouse.
I'm back. I can fit in my old clothes. So when I
Okay.
moved here, because you just recently moved here,
Yeah.
you know the food is different.
It changes you right
know
away.
there's Loveless Cafe and biscuits and fried chicken.
There's gravy and there's biscuits.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm sober now. I am not a person with a lot of self-control, but I gained 20 pounds. I needed help. I got help. My clothes fit. My wife is hungry.
I'm so hungry.
It's like it's an Ozempic ad. It's great. Get help for the spouse. Oh my God.
I miss the barbecue.
Okay,
I
yeah.
miss the,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
If anyone who's
restaurants.
watching this and can feed my wife, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's a call. There's a call for help, and I'm happy to facilitate. All right, wait. Can we clear this up? Engaged?
Engaged.
It's unclear.
It's unclear. Okay, not
Okay,
okay.
so-
Well, if it's not
Well.
clear, then you're not married.
Okay,
right?
we're not married.
I would
so
hope, but
here's what happened.
Okay.
When I
don't
got
make a lot of
divorced,
decisions.
Yes.
my ex-husband wrote something that said you will continue to get alimony as long as you marry Jen.
I was going to say, people are confused because of the Vegas wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Sean.
Got
So
it.
we are waiting, and now then he went back on that. So I have to wait until I go to court to see if that's legally binding because I'm not giving up my alimony.
Got it. So we're kind of in a holding pattern for the sake of legalese and
Yes.
alimony.
But I call her
situation.
my wife when I talk about her because look at us, we bicker
Right,
like
and
a
then
married
people like me get confused, and then we're like,
Yeah.
oh,
and
married.
we had that fake wedding.
Yes,
My
the
grandma
Vegas.
thinks we're married. Like, I'm like, Grandma, not yet. And she's like, no, I saw the photos.
See,
I'm like, I'm gonna let you have this.
That makes it better for that. If
Yeah.
even grandma's confused, then we're all
And like
okay.
we could also just marry
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
And then we could, you won't lose alimony, and I'll have a husband.
It's
finally.
a whole
So,
different
yeah.
show at that point. And
Now you just got to make it weird.
how is co-parenting going with him?
Awful.
Really?
No, that's not true.
Wait, does he-
Co-parenting between Braunwyn and Sean is going awful. Co-parenting between Sean and I is
Okay.
going great.
Does he live in Nashville?
Yeah, he
Okay.
lives in Franklin with us.
In the house.
No.
Okay.
So now he has this like nightmare girlfriend.
Okay,
You're going to tell me to
Braunwyn.
shut up because you always do because you're politically correct and you want everyone to like you.
That's-
I don't care if people like me.
This
She's a
is
nightmare.
Braunwyn's
Okay.
perception.
Okay.
So no, for me to get an answer from him, I have to go through our lawyers. I'm
Oh, nice.
only allowed to talk to
Okay.
him if I email his girlfriend.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's something. But from the parenting perspective, the kids are okay.
Yeah.
The kids are
Yeah,
great.
so
they
they-
have 4 people in their life that absolutely adore them.
One of them's
Okay.
psychotic. I won't tell you which one.
Are you talking about yourself?
No, I wasn't.
Well, he,
But anyways-
but he's not. So he's not going to live in the new house with you. That's
Oh,
obviously
God,
out of-
no.
Okay,
That
I was like,
would-
maybe there'd be an ex-husband quarters.
No,
That
no,
would
no.
probably involve like law enforcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point.
No.
Just wanted to get a vibe. Okay. I
Yeah.
see. All right. Well, I
The
hope that
vibe is
works.
not good.
I hope it works out.
They make me not believe in straight marriage. So that
Yeah.
was a benefit.
I'm sorry. I know
yeah,
you're straight
no,
married.
no, yeah, but
She
you know,
doesn't believe in it.
Yeah. Well, I
When
mean,
people are like, "How are you guys getting married? You're gay," and I'm like, "Well, I know these 2 people that are straight that were married, and it is not going well now." So
it is going really, really poorly. Lawyers are involved.
But we can still laugh about it.
Well, yes, here
It's
we
like
are.
laugh or cry,
Yeah,
so I laugh.
yeah.
I always
Okay,
laugh.
and then on a more serious note, you've talked about your sobriety. How's your journey with that? And what would you say to people that want to step into that or that are
You know,
are in
it's
there?
it's really amazing. I went to school recently to become a sober coach,
Mm-hmm.
so I can give back and help other people that are struggling. But I think the thing that I have realized is I don't even want to drink anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that would happen when I first got sober. I mean, I was on the floor crying. My life is over. I'm never going to have fun again. Obviously, even in the last 10 minutes of this interview, you
yeah.
can tell I'm still having a good time.
Sounds like you're in a good place. Yeah.
But I think what I would say to someone is if you're doing the beginning parts of sobriety, you're doing the hardest part over and over. If you're getting sober for 6 months or giving it up for 6 weeks, you're only doing the hardest part over and over, and you're not getting to the good part. So give it a try, give it a few years. It really took me three years to get through all the stuff and
Yeah.
get to the other side.
Yeah, to kind of push through until
Yeah.
it's just normal.
And then it just becomes your life.
I think it's also becoming more, I mean, I'm not sober, but I think it's becoming more normalized. Like since we've started dating, I would say 5 or 6 of my friends have become sober, and I would say half of them don't actually, like, are not alcoholics, but they just, it wasn't really serving them anymore,
Sure.
and they didn't want it in their life.
I've
Yeah.
definitely seen a trend towards that. For
Yeah.
people that aren't that aren't alcoholics or have alcohol use disorder are still getting sober because
Just
it's
kind
just
of
not
cleaning it up.
yeah, serving them anymore.
Yeah,
but I
makes
love
sense.
that.
You're an open book. I'll ask you about this. A lot of swirling headlines around Andy Cohen and the lawsuits and things that have happened. And I just wonder what your take on any of that as you've watched observationally.
Let's be smarter than with the Sean comments.
Okay, I will say this. I'm good friends with Leah. Like, I really do like her, and I support what she's doing. I know Leah and I had very similar experiences, and I know that that's not everyone's experience. I have definitely had some things that happen off stage. Now, it wasn't with Bravo or Andy Cohen. I worked with Evolution Media. My experiences were with them, and I don't even know if Bravo knows a lot what's going on with the production companies because they're pretty hands off. Have I had some very uncomfortable things that have happened that were not okay? Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you're in recovery, Leah and I both had similar situations where we started drinking again on the show, not realizing what our issues were. There were some things I was asked to do or told to do that weren't okay. Absolutely. I mean, I had to pop Xanax sometimes before filming because my blood pressure was so high. And that isn't all right. That being said, I don't know what Bravo or Andy Cohen knew. Andy is the figurehead. He's not your boss.
Yeah.
So is he to blame for this? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Was he doing drugs with Housewives? I don't know. He wasn't doing it with me.
Yeah. Sure. And important to note, Bravo cleared Andy Cohen, and so it's important to make note of that.
I can only speak to my own experices, and my experiences with Evolution Media more
He's
than
also
Bravo.
never done drugs with me, so I think that
important to say.
Yeah, that's
But that
Really
being
wanna
said,
clarify that.
what Leah's experience is, because I've talked to her in real life, I know is her experience and it's real. And I
Yeah.
don't think anyone should come after her for not having the same experience as them.
Yeah.
I think you should support women in that situation.
Well, thanks for opening up about that and about everything. It's
Yeah.
a pleasure to talk to you. Really quickly before we let you go, we're building up to the 4th of July, and we're asking people about the good old US of A. And since you've got a flag on,
we love 4th of July.
You know what? We're asking people like their favorite, if there's a favorite place you have in the country, like a favorite city, a favorite town, a favorite maybe whitewater rafting on the Colorado, whatever. If there's anything like that that sticks out for you.
My favorite place, I think, is Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
I love El
It's-
Paso, Texas.
Okay.
So Eureka Springs is basically all gay women that found this little
But they're not
enclave.
just gay women. They are like older gay women, which is if anyone is a lesbian.
You should Eureka Springs.
It's a specific type of lesbian that is phenomenal.
Yeah. So that's it. Eureka Springs, haunted mansions, water that comes out, like natural springs that come out of the walls of the restaurants.
Did not say El Paso.
El Paso's your favorite.
Oh yeah,
not
so
mine.
what's El Paso? Talk to us about that.
Well, I really love Mexican food, and they have the best Mexican food. But more than that, what I loved about El Paso is that it is such a forgotten city in the U.S. Like, they are really under-resourced. Like, the community is not really taken care of a lot by, like, many aspects of the American government. But I have never met kinder people that are more proud of their city and like proud of their country. And I just found the community in El Paso. I work in reproductive health, and I was there visiting a health organization named Project Vita, and everyone that worked there, everyone that surrounded that place was just some of the most genuinely kind. There was houses where people, this is like a low income area that I was in.
Honey, get to the point.
Sorry, but these houses were like leaving.
She likes El Paso.
food outside. Like, I just thought it was great.
That is sweet, and that is very nice. No, I was on board. I was there. I was
He
with
was
you.
in it.
I was tracking.
El
Okay.
Paso.
Okay.
She likes El Paso.
El Paso, Texas.
People are nice,
People are
good
nice.
food.
Good food. Got
No
it.
lesbians.
No.
Speak in sound bites, baby.
to-
Speak in sound bites.
This is why I'm not on the Real Housewives
Okay,
of Nashville.
all right.